Hello, this is Keith. I'm with EveningShadowsTarot.com. Today we're going to do a reading, and we'll see if any of you claim this reading. This is going to be a reading about guides. How many of you feel that we have guides on the other side? I have approximately 10 guides that I rely on. All 10 of them don't seem to work at the same time, but when I need them, they come forward and help me. If you would like to have a private reading recorded and sent to you, go below and you'll find my web page, EveningShadowsTarot.com, and if you go on there, you will see that you can purchase one. They're $19.90 for a reading. It'll be less than 15 minutes long, close to 15 minutes long, and it will answer your questions. If you decide you'd like to have one, I would accept your order, and we can get started on that. Today we're going to answer a question: are there guides on the other side? And if this pertains to you, this happens to fit you, you can claim this reading. The first card is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is always turning. And you may be having bad luck. This happens with me. 2 or 3 things may just go wrong in a row. It may be a day or two that things just don't seem to work out. Then the Wheel of Fortune turns and things start working for me. And things that I didn't think were going to work out start working out for me. So the Wheel of Fortune is always turning, and it brings you not always good luck, but not always bad luck. And I always look forward to the time that it will change and my luck will change to good luck. I have shuffled these cards, and then as we go along, I go down several cards, and it's kind of a double shuffle, and pick the card that is on top. This card has to do with union, and there are 2 people here, a man and woman. So you may have made a connection with a person, whoever this is about, and perhaps that person has passed on, and it's on the other side, and it's your guide. Not necessarily, but there's someone there that is a link. Let's see what the link is for this card. The next card has to do with money, and it's completion of money. And this card is 10. It means that the person has collected their have collected their money, and they're enjoying it. So this is for an older person on the other side. There's someone older and have passed on, and they've made their fortune, and perhaps they have left part of that fortune to you. The next one is swords, and I want you to notice that this has to do with stress. And there are many swords here. The person this can be a man or woman, and this card, it is a woman, and she's tied up, she's blindfolded, she's petrified to make a move. And so if you feel that way right now, that you're feeling you don't know which direction to go, perhaps you do need to contact your guide for guidance. The next one is the 7 of Cups. And if you'll notice, you're being offered something very nice. Each cup is full, and it has a different prize for each thing, a different gift. You may not get all of them, but you will get part of them. So this is something very good. You're going to have a choice. So it appears that you have more than one guide. The next one is a sense of humor. Your guide has a sense of humor. At least one of them does. This is a page, and you'll notice that he is holding a cup, and he's laughing. And the reason is, this cup has a fish in it. So he sees a sense of humor. So the person is your guide has a good sense of humor. And it suggests that it may be male, but not necessarily. It can be female. Females have good senses of humor also. The next card is page. Again, this is the page. This is a page of cups. This is a page of swords. And this person cuts through to the truth. So not only does he have a sense of humor, or she have a sense of humor, whichever, but also cuts through to the truth. I mean, there's no sugarcoating on this. It's the truth and the facts. That would be a good person to have on as a guide. But whoever this is does have a sense of humor and doesn't fool around. They lay it on the line if you're asking for help. This one is the Queen of Cups, and the cup has to do with emotion. So if this was somebody that you were well acquainted with, someone that you still feel emotion when you talk about them, it may even bring a tear to your eye. The next one. This one has to do with canes, and the canes are being thrown through the air. And some are good and some are bad. Some are ideas. They're not designed to hurt you. They're designed to be telling truth or gifts from someone. And so it would be nice if you have a gift. For example, you may have a gift for painting. It could be artistic. That's what I'm being told right now, that this has to do with art. So the person was artistic that is your guide. Can paint, do things, crafts, build things. Quite talented. The next card is celebration. And I consider this card, for me, three of my guides, my three aunts. And they're having a celebration. So this person was very happy. You always enjoyed being around them. They're artistic. Can do crafts. They can do building. Perhaps a carpenter. When I say artistic, they can be painting, do oil paintings, watercolor paintings, almost anything artistic. If it's a woman, perhaps she was could do beautiful quilts. Not necessarily that it has to be, because there are many men now that make quilts too. I was invited to a church, and one of the couples that was sitting close to me turned around to visit with me before church started, and he said that his wife makes quilts and he does the quilting. He has the machine and he does the quilting for her and her friends. She could be something like this. It could be a man or woman on the other side. When you think about them, you have a tear in your eye, a soft spot in your heart, and you're still missing that person. But if you contact them, and I find that night is a good time to contact my guide, our guides. And as I said, their family, my three guides that are my aunts are Choctaw Indian, and they're wonderful ladies and had great talent. Most of them, it wasn't artistic talent, but they had talent for doing crossword puzzles and things that considered memory. Now that's just mine. That's not this reading. The person cuts right through to the truth. You may not want to hear what they're telling you. If you say you're lonely, they may be very abrupt and say, well, you're going to have to get out, join a club or join a church, make friends. And they will tell it just like this. You've got to get up and do something on your part. When we go to the top, the Wheel of Fortune, know that if you're having bad luck, it's going to change and good things are going to happen. This is your bond with your guide. Now, it can be more than one guide, This one is a special guide, and perhaps the head one that contacts you. I would say you have a very good guide. This person, where here on earth, had worked real hard and accumulated money. I don't know if they left you any of the money. I don't. They could possibly have done that, but to identify that person, they were very successful here on earth. They worked hard and they accumulated a small fortune. The next one is you're nervous about contacting them. You miss them, and you're needing their strength. And notice that she has swords around her. She's ready to move. She's blindfolded. She could get cut. She's blindfolded and she's tied. So what you're needing is to contact this guide. If you haven't done so, you need to make an effort. The next one is this person brought you gifts over the years, different things. They might not all have been at one time, but they certainly were wonderful gifts, and you probably still have them and remember that person each time. But they were very thoughtful, and they were generous with you. The person, a guide, doesn't have to necessarily be a family member. I found oftentimes that it is one of them is a family member, but it doesn't have to be. This one, this person had a good sense of humor, and you see this page is laughing because somebody's put a fish in his glass of wine, and he's laughing. So he had a good sense of humor, understood practical jokes, and liked to do them, and also liked for other people to do them. I hope this has helped you. If you'd like to claim this, this is claiming your #1 guide. And I see a guide different than I do a guardian angel. A guardian angel protects you. And I must tell you, the guardian angel was with a friend of mine and her husband, and they were in New York City for a visit. And while they were there, they were going to see the Twin Towers. Something happened and they were a little late, which I can understand that in New York City. And they were a little late, and they got up to the point where they were supposed to go across and go to the tower, one of the towers. And they were stopped. They had a ribbon up and said, "No, you can't go in." Said, "We've had an accident. There's a plane has hit the tower." We now know it was an enemy, but we didn't know that at first. We thought it was an accident. Some of us did, at least. I did. I thought it was just an accident. They weren't watching where they're going, or the plane malfunctioned. So that was a guardian angel that stopped them and protected them. Now, if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate it. If you would like to make a comment, I'd appreciate that too. If you claim this as yours, know that your guide is waiting for you and wanting you to make contact. I make contact about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I talk to my guides, and a lot of times I'm troubled. I do readings for myself, and at night, if it's 3 in the morning, I don't get up and do a reading, but I talk to them, and they help me. And a lot of times I'm having trouble sleeping. There's something's bothering me, and they talk to me and give me ideas. They give me ideas about this station because my channel is new. I've had this about 6 weeks. I've done 71 different videos, and I'm trying to do more. I am an artist, and I design my backgrounds to look interesting and hopefully will be entertaining for you. So I have a lot of them. I have games to play too. So thank you for watching, and I hope this is yours. And if it is, be sure and contact your guide.